it's me, Miss Nicole or Nicole, whichever you prefer to call me, and welcome to another Crafternoon. We are going to be doing a project from Art to Deep Choose Guide to Folding and Doodling by Tom Engelberger. This is the Origami Yoda activity book, and if you'll notice, this book looks a little different than what we normally have. Normally, we pull a book from our collection. This one is a book that we have in our collection, but not this particular copy. This is going to be a copy that we are going to be giving away, so if you're interested in winning this copy or some of the other books, you can come to one of our Star Wars Reads event. What is Star Wars Reads? Well, Star Wars Reads originally started with one day, but then expanded to a whole month where reading is encouraged, and you can read all and do a lot of Star Wars related things. So, I normally try to do something related to Star Wars in October. So this is one of our programs, our Crafternoon. That's going to be a Star Wars themed one where we're going to do a project from here. If you don't win this book, like I said, we do own a copy of this in our collection that you can check it out and see if follow along with the different projects. What I like about this particular guide, even though it's origami, you don't need origami paper. What you will need for what we're going to be doing is a plain sheet of copy paper, scissors. I have a bucket of crayons. And I also have a pen and a marker. I don't know if I'll be using them, but I always like to have those available. So let's flip through before we decide, before we start our project. So it shows you how to doodle. I love doodling. How to write words and text. It gives you little blank pages of things that you can fill in yourself. This one does come with some colored paper that you can pull out. Obviously the one that's in the library's collection, we do not have that in there anymore, but it's for you. So you can, if you win this one, you can do what you want with it. But today we are going to be doing origami. So I know that the project that I want to do is on page 68. This does have a table of contents that tells you where it is, but I would not. Let's see. So we are going to be doing the universal puppet. So you can make anything, almost anything. Oh, but before I start that, I want to start with this part, the Doodlegami by Dwight and Kellen. So, we say we need a piece of paper cut into 4 pieces and start folding. So you see the picture right here. All right, so that's what we're going to start off with. I'm going to take my big piece of paper and I'm going to fold it into 4. So I'm going to fold it once over, run up my finger over it, fold it another time, and then if I cut along the pieces, you see I have 4 parts. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut along the crease. This may not be perfect, but that's okay. So now I have 2 pieces of paper, but I want 4. So I'm going to cut along my next crease. To give me 4 pieces of paper. And this is what we'll be using for our project. So let's go back to the book. Let's see. So this shows you more about folding. I know we're going to have to do this fold later where they talk about folding A into B. So we'll just take a look at this, or we can always refer back to it and flip it over. But I want to make, like I said, the universal puppet. So short like R2D2. So it's that, or tall like CP3 out. Either way, the folds are basically the same. Let's start with short. So we're going to start with the short, and I'm going to just I do have a box here of origami paper. I brought origami paper with me just in case I did have to use it for some reason, but I knew I didn't. So let's see. Short like this. So we're going to flip up following directions 1. So they have the little dotted line, and then they have the arrow showing the directions I want. Step 2, I'm supposed to flip over. So let me turn the page. And yep, I'm following the picture. So instead of it being this way with the little flap that we just folded, showing it here, I'll flip it over to the back. And then I see that they have the 2 dotted lines, and I'm going to fold to the middle, and it looks like kind of meeting in the middle. That's a little harder. There we go. Okay. Kind of want them meeting in the middle. That looks a little off, so I'm going to move this one a little more to the side. Okay. All right, next, step 4. Fold, flap out, do not fold this. So we're just going to try to fold along this line. And it looks like there's a little bit, if I look ahead, there is a little bit of overhang. So it's okay that it's hanging over the side. Okay, it should look like this. Does it look like that? I think it does. Okay, so next we are going on step 6, where tuck folds, flaps like on page 61. And we showed that a little before, where we're going to put one inside the other. Do it. So I lift up this flap, which they refer to as flap A, and I put flap B in, and then I close it. And now it's tucked. And now we're going to flip it over. Okay. What is it? It's anything you want to make it, even me. Okay, so what do you think we should make this? I don't know. This says, by messing with the air flaps, tweaking the folds, and doodling, you can make it a universal puppet into almost anyone. So they have an example how they turned it into Princess Leia. You can experiment. And let's, there we go. So I'm going to close the book. And I am going to make Yoda. So let me grab my crayons. What color is Yoda's robe? Brown. Yes. So I'm going to color brown. First, I should do that. So then I won't accidentally color his entire face. Okay, so this is my Yoda, and I'm gonna admit that like I can't remember how to make him off the top of my head. But let's just call this a Yoda-esque creature, because this doesn't look very much like Yoda. It doesn't even look like Gru. So I would like for you to check this book out and do better. We do have a couple minutes, so I would like to follow one of the drawing tutorials. Normally I try to draw in pencils, but for some reason I didn't bring anyone with me today. So we are just going to go with a pen, and if we mess up, that's all right. It's just practicing. So let's go, and we are going to find a picture. So this looks interesting. This is called Lance One-Liners. So don't tell Yoda, but these are almost as easy to draw as stick figures, and they're quicker because you don't have to lift up your pen much. Just let it flow. Here's a basic dude. All right, so let's take a look. So we have this. We're going up, and we're flowing there, and it looks like we are doing that and going down and doing another curly Q. Oh, I left up my pen. Oh no, it's okay. Just kidding. Okay. Okay, so I definitely made his arm a lot lower than in there. So let me try that again. I'm going to flip this over and we'll try this again. All right. So. This should be around the same spot, because that's going to be... Okay, that was a lot better. And we can decorate it. All right, that looks a lot better. Not perfect, but better. So let's decorate it real quick. Let's make it me. Good. I'm gonna wear jeans today. And I'll wear a red shirt. But if it was truly me, then I'd probably be wearing a black shirt. Maybe also put some red shoes on, because I know I'm going to try to match. And I can't find... There, split an image of me. I probably could do better. Check out calendars for more our Star Wars Reads event, especially the one we're having on Saturday, where the raffle for this item will be, and some other Star Wars related things will be open. So thank you for spending this Crafternoon with me, and have a good one.